Hey, how you all doing? We're back with more Alan Wake. Last time we overcame a bunch of poltergeists. Oh, shit. We got ourselves a raid from our good friend, Elegant Frost. How you doing, Frost? You were playing Tales... One of the Tales games, Tales of Symphonia or... I should know this because I was literally just watching you a few minutes ago. I am a terrible person. Alright, so it looks like there's a cache nearby. Oop.
The kidnapper had sent me a text. The message was full of spelling errors and insults. It was telling me to hurry up.
So it was an incel. Or a Republican. I mean, I know I kind of repeated myself there, but... Tales if Symphonia is so loud you can't hear any streams over it. Ross, turn down the Symphonia for your ears. Okay, here we go. Damn. There's a cache for us. We got some more flare gun ammo. A bit of revolver ammo, but not much. Damn. That's not good at all. So we've only got 18 shots. And it's 1 to 2 shots for the basic enemies. That is, if I don't completely cock up my my shots. So, shit.
Birds.
The worst kind of cat. I'm trying to keep them from dive bombing. I'm not moving. Fuck that. Come on. I mean, they're not... Oh, game, why are you doing this? I don't know if their patterns are random, or... Alright, they're not coming... Damn you! There, okay. One group is gone, but there's another one, so it looks like they're hiding there until I come over. Oop. Ah. Okay. Where'd they go? Ah! Okay, another group is gone. I don't quite understand their AI, to be honest. See that group down there, but it doesn't seem to be doing anything. There. Okay. That's a pack gone. Alright, so maybe that group's just not gonna bother us? I might have broken the AI, because I think they're supposed to, Yeah, that part I get, but, like, their movement patterns beforehand don't seem to make much sense, and I think that group that we saw hiding out in the back there, I think I broke its AI, because it didn't try charging me at all. I must have pushed it too far out, so that it broke the scripting. So that's something else. I appreciate that a lot. The less I have to deal with the birds, the happier I am, because they're easily the worst enemy in the game. Found the tunnels. Yeah? What can I do for you, disembodied voice? You're non-diegetic, so. Oh, it wants me to go that way. Never mind. I agree, Frost. That's also a good pun. I appreciate that. And agreed, Naren. Birds are pretty much like hardcore jerks. I was at Busch Gardens in Florida, and my mom and I were checking out, the bird cages and stuff. Oh.
Without warning, the headache stabbed at my brain.
And that was all I wanted to say about it. We were checking out the birds, and one of them projectile pissed right at us. Okay, so it wants me to go that way. So, birds are garbage, and I hate them. Other people like birds, and that's totally okay. That's 100% other people's prerogative to like a terrible animal. Right, Alessa? Alessa agrees. So if that's the correct way, then what's over here? Is this like a faster path, or? Okay, there is a page here. That is definitely the way to go. So now I'm curious as to what this other path leads to. Yeah, I got a friend who really likes chickens, and like, hey, fair dues. Chickens are garbage bird. That is why we eat them. Right, exactly. I wonder if this leads back into that other section. Because there's some scripted stuff happening down this tunnel. There's a chance that this leads into that other tunnel. Oop. Well, this led us to another page.
Get out of here.
So what does this page say?
The hunters were big, thick-set men, confident and at home in the woods. They were feeling good, running on beer, ghost stories, and camaraderie late into the night. It did them no good, as they were taken by the dark presence, sucked deep into a darkness far worse than any ghost story they ever told or heard.
Can't believe the darkness sucks deep. Oh, I think this is a... Yeah. Okay. So it's a dead end that leads specifically to a page. Alright. So that's how you miss that manuscript page. See, this is an informative stream. Yeah, Alan can't... No, that's great, because Alan can't jump except for the fucking cutscene where he jumps in the damn lake. And swims. Like, there's a whole cutscene about it. But you can't swim. In the actual game. It's the Phoenix Down principle. You can revive people in combat, but if they get stabbed in a cutscene, they're dead forever. Yeah, all these manuscript pages are just weighing us down. Maybe. Okay. So we got that manuscript page. And now we get this one.
Even behind the closed doors and curtains of his grimy room at the Majestic, the local motel, Nightingale could feel the locals' eyes on him, the unrelenting pressure of their judgment. He forced it out of his mind. For all he knew, they could all be under Wake's spell already. You do what you have to do to get the job done. He took comfort from the bottle in his hand. Please, he thought, just let me get through this.
Fun fact, the bottle is actually filled with a delicious vanilla shake formula. Alright, so it looks like they're pushing me towards the hunting rifle here. Oop. rude. I wanted to go that way. Oh. Speaking of... Oh! Holy balls. Here. Hold on. I'm so fed up with Windows. Like, I know it's gonna reset, or it's gonna restart after outside of my normal hours. I set it up that way. You don't need to remind me. And the worst part about that notification is it happens, like, every half hour. Like, I don't need the frickin' reminder. I know. I set it up so that it wouldn't be while I'm using the computer. You dinguses. You dumbasses. You absolute clods. Like, how hard is that, really? See, you say that, Frost, but I just came up with the best Halloween costume idea for you. Go as the Wendy's girl. Because you'll be a Wendy's Frosty. Security, hey, are you okay alerts? Yeah, no, it's like Windows. I don't trust security to you, okay? We saw Windows ME. We saw the first two security packs you released for 7 and XP. Like, and we've watched you completely bungle Windows 10. I don't trust you with my firewall. I don't trust you with my antivirus. I don't trust you with my security. Shut up. Oh, this is a big area. Yeah, I don't go anywhere for Halloween either.
Way up this mine shaft in order to go on. Maybe the machinery could help me with that.
I do want to do more haunted houses this year, but I definitely don't dress up for Halloween. Halloween's a good day for Strim. Alright. I think last year I ended up doing a well, if you want some spooky games to play, I've got a bunch of really good ones for you. Because I pick good games. Alright, that doesn't look helpful. You have to make that clarification. Nah, I need more games that will terrify me like Fatal Frame did. Folklore, Kudelka, and Okage Shadow King. Yeah, 2 of those are pretty long. It's not the most taxing puzzle we've dealt with this game, but more of a puzzle than most of the other puzzles we've dealt with in this game. Donk. And, hold on. Down we go. I can't say this is one of my more favorite parts, but it's certainly better than the crappy police chase. Oh, maybe I want up there. No, because we kicked the ladder down. Ah, there we go. I want it up here. Because now we can access the section above. Ooh, Shadow Hearts would be a really good Halloween game. Particularly the, I think it's the first or second area of it. Like, the very early game has a very Halloween-y section. It's a shame the main character is such a piece of garbage. Alan, that was a hell of a telekinetic kick there. Delca is the predecessor to Shadow Hearts. Ah, makes sense, makes sense. I don't think I've played Kudelka. I'm gonna have to check that one out. I don't think I've actually finished a Shadow Hearts game, actually. They get to a point where it's really difficult to engage combat, because it's like, enemies absorb so much damage, but they deal out so much more. Maybe I just wasn't leveling up properly. I don't know. It's been a long time. It's different. See, I'm all about the Judgment Ring. I got pretty good at the Judgment Ring after a while. Hitting all them perfects on, like, the tiny slivers to get the sick damage. Oh, more garbage-ass birds. So it looks like if I blast them with the beam, whoop, that scares them off. Alright. Yeah, so when they charge, if you use a concentrated blast, that tends to scare them off, it seems. And looks like we're going to get ourselves a checkpoint. There we go. Easy peasy. Apple squeezy.
Oh, great. Another cable car. Just great.
Yeah, no, this sucks. Because this, A, feeds into my fear of heights, and also, this is the least safe thing ever. Like, whoever thought of the idea of strapping a ton of weight to a single cable like this, should have been shot out of a cannon into the sun. Because this is the least safe thing I've seen in this game. And, of course, fucking birds. Seriously, birds are the worst. Now, this section is actually pretty scary just because of how high we are. Yeah, as long as I shine the light on you, you ain't doing shit, are you? Get out of here. Ha! Oh. See what I mean? This isn't safe. And you know what gets me? You know what gets me about this? Is that not one point does he hold on to anything. He just stands upright. That would just like... Oh, see ya. Yeah, that dude just dropped to his death. That's pretty awesome. Alright. It is not happy about me being here. Plot armor is the best kind of armor. Oh!
Shit.
I mean, really? Rude. And like I'm not running out of. I think this is an actual there is a trophy for it, I think, knocking down all of the cans or achievement or whatever you want to call it. It's just not available on Epic because Epic actually does a couple things right. A, not having achievements, and B, not having a goddamn community. So you don't have to have review bombs or forums filled with jerk bags. It's just, here's video games, buy them. Which is what it should be. Alright, so we're gonna swap out... Whoa! Massive bags of dicks. I would like achievements more if they did do them for really cool stuff. I mean, for the most part, they're there for metrics. And outside of that, I've never really seen any achievements that were worth getting for me, anyway. I did platinum... Actually, my first platinum was Dead Space 1. And I gotta kind of recant on what I just said, because Dead Space 1 had a lot of good achievements. Yeah, story progressive trophies are literally just there for metrics to show how many people, beat the game. Or how far people got in the game. So I understand why they exist. They're not there for, like, an easy achievement. They're very important. At least data-wise. But the achievements I can't stand are ones that are just, like, that are there. They serve zero purpose other than just, like the ironic achievements need to go away. And ones that are just, like, way too damn hard or just way too grindy, like, kill 500,000 enemies. No. Screw you. Yeah. I think, like, skill type achievements should pop when you do them, but, like, story achievements shouldn't pop until the end of the game. I also hate bridges, and this is a terrible bridge. Thanks for the freebie, jerk! Yeah, okay, hunting rifle, pretty damn good. Also, I haven't done my, so hey, Elegant Frost and Naren, how you both doing? Appreciate you being here. Hope you're having a fantastic day. I know we've been chatting back and forth, but I want to give you both your welcomes. Lack of features isn't really a selling point. But see, here's my rebuttal on that. There are some features that I feel Epic Store could use that would make it a better experience, such as a shopping basket would be helpful, a better user interface, more definitely, but it doesn't need a forum. No storefront needs a forum or a review system by anybody, not by regular people, not by games journalists, just like no review system. Because review systems are inherently flawed and shitty to begin with. Especially any review system that uses a score or any kind of way of quantifying a person's opinion is pointless to me. A numerical score is garbage, and we've seen that based just around Jim Sterling's review system getting him tons of like more hate than he usually gets. Like, oh, he gave Breath of Wild a 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10 is pretty freaking good. Like, 5 is the bare minimum you want your game to be. Hey, Lord Tyrion, how you doing? Appreciate you being here. Hope you're having a great day. Like, 5 is average. 5 is okay. It wasn't terrible. It wasn't great. It existed. You made a game awesome. But, like, a 7 out of 10 is still pretty freaking good. But that's why I'm very much against numerical systems. And that like and dislike, where it takes an even more nuanced system, the numerical system.
Maud had checked all of Stucky's rental cabins. There had been no sign of the Wakes. It was dark when he'd found their car parked at the end of the road by Cauldron Lake. It made no sense. They must have taken a wrong turn. But there was no sign of them, and the car had been there for hours already. Frustrated, Mott stood on the rotten ruin of the footbridge that had once led to Diver's Isle before it sank beneath the waves years ago. The boss wouldn't be happy.
But, like, a numerical system is very nuanced, and yeah, you really want to make sure you give a proper metric that explains what or a legend that explains what your metrics are. But even then, people will ignore it, because they don't see a 10 out of 10, which they expect to see from a Nintendo game, which is stupid, and then they get stupidly angry about it. You know, like, just get rid of the numerical system, and then, like I was saying, the binary system of like or dislike, terrible. It's stupid. That tells you even less about the game. It does not give you any kind of indication if the game is good or not. It doesn't. And quite frankly, like, just seeing how badly Steam's review system is abused, we don't need one. And I don't believe Epic should have one, because it's just another tool for tools to abuse developers. And the other thing, too, is Metacritic. This all ties into Metacritic. Metacritic is essentially a giant blight on games development, because companies will take the Metacritic score and tie bonuses and income to Metacritic scores. So if you don't get a good Metacritic score, fuck you. You don't get more money for all that work that you did. I think I missed that thermos. And there's a lot of Toms. I miss you, Tom. I think that's the guy that CW and TL. You talk to me on TV, Tom. I miss you, Tom. Did you write this? Some Blair Witch down here. I curse you, Thomas Sane. Yeah, Thomas Sane's the one that fell in love with the witch, it seems. But yeah, so I argue that there are certain things that Steam has that aren't necessarily features, but actually hindrances to a decent storefront. And if Epic Games ignores those things and just focuses on games, providing and stops all the stupid, shady nonsense that they have been doing, because as much as I want to laud Epic Games for eschewing a bunch of stuff that made Steam terrible, they've also done things that have made themselves terrible. So we have to kind of hold them accountable too. They're not perfect, and it's definitely not the best storefront, but it's a start. And it's one that can be iterated on and made better if, you know, Epic Games stops being a... Right, exactly. Terrible company. Well, it's not Epic Games, it's Epic specifically, but... Okay, I dodged that, but alright. So that's just my thoughts. I like how they designed it this way specifically so they could have it break underneath you. Okay, let's try to get as many of these jerks near us as possible. Okay. Oh, shit. Whoop. All right. Whoop. So that took care of that problem. Sadly, no access to the... Because I got dumb and went down. I didn't realize that it was going to lock me in there like that. Otherwise, I would have gotten that thermos. Which is okay. We're not doing a 100% run. It's just not going to happen. Unless it's down there. Haha! Thermos! Never let it be said that I left the thermos behind. That is a delightful herb and carrot stew in that thermos. Five different kinds of herbs. Or
I could
herbs.
see Cauldron Lake. I thought I could make out the spot where the island and the cabin had been. There was a light near it. It had to be a boat.
Or herbs if you live in the UK. Arbs.
I was close now. I had to get there fast. I dreaded what I would find.
More water I can't swim in.
I tried to hold on to Alice, but her form melted away. I was losing control. Dr. Hartman stood in her place. I wanted to hit him, but my arms were jelly. He smiled. It was a reassuring smile, and I hated him for it. I had to give you a sedative. Don't fight it. You went through another rough period. Right now, it's very important that you stay calm. We don't want you to have another episode. You're a patient at my clinic. Have been for a while now.
Plot twist. I know there's an H in it, but herb. Like, there's plenty of letters that are silent. It's an herb. You don't say Bologna. It's not Chasty.
Wait! That you? Wait! Hey, I'm here! I'm coming! No! Get away! Sorry. Please, lady. The boss didn't know who he was messing with. I didn't know. I swear, I didn't know. We don't have his wife. We don't know where she is. She's probably drowned. We just said we had her to make him play ball. You see? To get him right in for us. Please. Please. Oh. I'm sorry. Please don't hurt me.
I'm noticing some of these audio clips kind of play over themselves. Like the pacing of the space between the clips is like tiny. Can't believe Alan Wake's fucking dead. Because he can't swim. See? Dead. I'm so happy there's a subtitle for that actual subtitle. Well, not the subtitle, but like, you know what I mean.
What a wretched life. I was born on the day that my poor mama died. I was cut from her belly with a Stanley knife. My daddy did a jig with a drunk midwife.
Previously on Alan Wake, I'm hunted by the law.
Sheriff, Wake's running. I'm giving chase.
Are you seriously telling me that Ryder just took out my deputies?
A thriller I supposedly wrote is coming true. The genre of the story seems to be shifting. It's turning into a horror story. I was told that Alice had been kidnapped, but that was a lie.
We don't have his wife. We don't know where she is.
Her purported kidnapper was eaten up by the dark presence before it attacked me.
Alan, shh, baby. It was just a nightmare.
Alice.
There you go, Alan.
Hartman. I fell.
I had to give you a sedative. Don't fight it. You went through another rough period.
What?
Right now, it's very important that you stay calm. We don't want you to have another episode. You're a patient at my clinic. Have been for a while now. The shock of your wife's death triggered a mental illness.
No, you lie.
You're suffering from various symptoms of undifferentiated schizophrenia.
Bastard.
It's okay, Alan. Just let go.
I felt groggy. Whatever Hartman had bumped in me was making me numb. I felt like this was happening to someone else. Someone I was watching on television. I couldn't think. Couldn't focus.
I love the way they worded that. Oh, the
There were
trauma.
only empty sheets of paper here. No manuscript pages.
Your wife's death triggered a mental illness. That's not how they talk. No one has ever said that. Oh, you've just triggered a mental illness. Well, no.
Good evening, Alan. Are we feeling better now? Feeling calm?
Yeah, I see you brought your pet gorilla with you. So sure, I'm calm. I get the message, loud and clear.
Why, right. That's the spirit. You're being very brave, Alan. I understand you're confused. I would be more concerned if you weren't suspicious of me. I don't blame you for it.
Big of you.
Now, why don't you come with me? We'll reacquaint you with my clinic and go over everything you might have forgotten. Little walk and some fresh air? Yes, it will do you good.
I'm a tornado, Doc.
This corridor is for patients. Most of them aren't here right now. Jack took them out for a fishing trip, except for the ones who are particularly vulnerable, of course.
I like that Mike Nelson is here.
I encourage creativity as a part of the recovery process here at Cauldron Lake Lodge. I specialize in treating artists.
I bet you do.
Splendid, Alan. I honestly believe we can get this thing under control if we work together.
Maybe I want to go in here.
This way, Alan.
No, I go my own way. I am my own person. Oh, sorry, I'm supposed to talk like a mentally ill person. I like rubber ducks! That is a very stoic bear. I'm sorry. Pause! You know, that's how us mentally ill folk talk, according to all of media.
Now, Alan, from past experience with you, I know I need to get right into the heart of the matter as quickly as I can after an episode. So I'm just going to say this. Alice is dead.
No.
You're in a very vulnerable state until you understand and accept this. Alice drowned, and you couldn't face that. You're suffering from hallucinations, paranoid delusions, unusual thinking, an obsession about light and darkness, a feeling that everything revolves around you, your thoughts and dreams.
Can we talk about how that's a complete bitch to water these things?
Your mind has constructed an elaborate fantasy scenario in which your writings are affecting reality. She has been kidnapped, and supernatural forces of darkness are trying to stop you. We go this way, Alan.
I wasn't ready for another shot, so I went along with it. He had to be lying. But under the influence of the drug he had given me, I had to fight not to believe his words.
Yeah, I don't like when game...
It's all in your head. You've been making...
Hold on, I want to shut him up for a moment because I want to say this. So there's two particular parts of a game that I don't enjoy. One, the drug-induced trip. So like Max Payne, Far Cry 3, they all have like that section where you're tripping out, man, on like drugs, and or Dying Light has a section like it too, and it's padding. And then there's sections like this where it's just as much as padding, but it doesn't feel like it's adding anything to the experience.
It up. Apart from the tragic accident with your wife, no one has been killed. Your delusions are just a manifestation of your subconscious mind trying to protect you from the too painful truth. Unless we fight the fantasy, it will return. I know the instinct is to resist me, but think about it. Doesn't this make far more sense than the insane supernatural conspiracy you have concocted in your mind? You're a skeptic by nature, Alan. We both know this. Everything can be explained logically.
Like, even at the time this game came out, this was very old hat. They didn't do a very good job of hiding it. Like, if they put Alan in an actual, like, outfit that would fit this kind of this section, it would be more believable. But also the lead up to it isn't very good either, because we know that whatever he writes comes true. We found the manuscript page, so the conceit behind the section is completely obliterated before we even got to the section. Because we know that he wrote it in the manuscript, ergo it has to come true, ergo it's probably not going to be canonical to reality, if that makes sense. So the game undermined itself before we even got to this point. We know what's going to happen. It didn't do a good job of flipping the script on us. Beyond the shadow you settle for, there's a miracle. Really? Fucking really. Beyond the shadow you settle for, there's a miracle illuminated. And that's Thomas Zane, TZ, in the memory of a dear friend and a poet. Yeah, so it's referencing Thomas Zane. So it's like, even that, like, that would be great if it had slipped that in on us, but we know this isn't real. So it's just kind of like, it's like that really hard nudge, wink, wink, say no more, say no more.
I never get tired of this view. Very inspiring, isn't it?
Cauldron Lake spread below us. I could see Mirror Peak on the other side of the lake. I thought I could make out the spot where Diver's Isle had been when I arrived with Alice. Now there was nothing but waves.
I haven't played Tales of Berseria.
There's a storm coming. Funny, I don't recall there being a mention of that in the weather forecast. Well, no matter. This way. Follow me.
Also, other to note is that
Alan, what I'm telling you is good news.
To note is that he still has the bandage and wound on his forehead, or at the side of his head, that he's had throughout the game. Which, that's gonna get gangrenous, because you didn't clean that shit out at all. And B, it's just it's a dead giveaway on something. I'm belaboring the point. Let's move on.
Every time you have a relapse, it gets more and more difficult to resurface from the dark depths of your imagination. Not surprising, considering your profession. Imagination is what you work with. After all your nightmares, this should come as an immense relief to you. If it doesn't, why is that? Because I'm lying? Or because you don't want to admit that you're not well? It's very natural for you to think of me as your enemy. It's part of the illness.
I let him talk.
After all,
Hartman
I'm the one
obviously
trying
loved
to
his
bring
own
you
voice.
out of the
His
world
words
you've
echoed
constructed for
madly
yourself.
inside my head.
But I
I
can't
dug my
do it
nails
by
into the
myself.
palms of my hands to stay
You need
focused.
to work with me. Once you accept that, we can begin the journey towards your recovery.
If they had gotten us
Come
to this
on,
section
let's go
correctly,
inside.
like the little hints that Alan is definitely like not really here would have been appreciated. But the way that it's done, also like there's tons of blur on the character models, and it bugs the hell out of me.
Here's the entrance to the office wing. That's for staff only. You were impressed by my trophies when you first arrived here. I do love to hunt. The great outdoors, man versus nature. It's wonderful stuff.
Pretty damn wonderful, yeah.
And of course, let's go see our stereotypical mentally ill
Scary,
people.
Emerson.
Mental illness.
I'm a real bad dream, mister. You should be afraid of me. Don't want to run into me in the night, that's for sure.
Please, Emerson. Mr. Wake is confused enough as it is.
Yeah, you'd like me to go away so you won't be scared. But you can't just decide what kind of dream you have or when you have it.
Emerson.
Okay. Sorry. Boo.
That's Emerson. We're actually making some progress with him, I'm happy to say. He works on video
Elbow
games.
strike. Ooh,
It's
yeah.
trash, of course, but it does involve
Get him
some
to the head.
small creative effort, which makes him receptive to my therapeutic methods.
No kidding.
It's a good dunk on game dev. Too bad this is all, like, offensively bad.
Come, Alan, this way.
Mental illness! Are you gonna move? Thank you. Jerk.
Now, you might have noticed the typewriter in your room.
I heard a
You've
squeaky.
been writing as a part of the therapy.
Ow.
As soon as you feel up to it, you should continue.
I heard another squeaky. But what am I reading? Where's the reading? Ah, there it is. Welcome to Cauldron Lake Lodge. We're here to give you the specialized help you need. Stop squeaking that! However, please observe the following. Shut up. Please ask friends and family to schedule visits beforehand to ensure they don't interfere with your therapy and or periods of creativity. Also, please respect your fellow patients' need for privacy and personal space, especially when they're engaged by their creative processes. So rude. Be patient. Ha ha ha! See what they did there. Typically, our patients have long-term creative problems, and they won't be solved overnight. Give yourself permission to take the time you need. Bear in mind that you're voluntarily receiving treatment that has been specifically tailored for you. Engagement therapy, trademarked, and its sister method, the flow, trademarked, work best when you are actively engaged in shaping them. If you have any concerns, please don't hesitate to voice them. I don't think there has been a... no, I have to play Hellblade, because I heard Hellblade is good at representing people with illness.
My rheumatism's killing me. There's a storm coming. Oh, what a storm.
I hope it wipes this place off the face of the earth.
Is there a Night Springs
And
border game?
These two are the Anderson brothers, Odin and Thor. They had a... how should I put this? A heavy metal band in the 70s and 80s called Old Gods of Asgard. They even adopted new first names to complete the image of Viking gods. After the band broke up, they lived on a farm nearby. They are, well, in advanced stages of dementia. They're well cared for, TLC and all that. There's nothing more that can be done. I'm afraid that the rock and roll lifestyle has left its mark.
Okay, that's not how dementia fucking works.
I'm so sorry to cut this short for now, Alan. The power has been acting up. I'd better go check on it. We'll continue this soon. Meanwhile, when you feel up to it, return to your room and try to write. It really is for the best. Don't you think?
Suspicious.
I'd like to bash his head in with a hammer.
Oh, he'd love to fish out our secrets, but he has no clue. He's not crazy enough. Not crazy like us, Sonny. Yeah! Being crazy's a requirement, Sonny. Who else could understand the world when it's like this? It takes crazy to know crazy.
That's the sanest thing I've heard in a while.
Say, you're all right, Tom. Hey, we like him, don't we, bro? He's got to go to the farm.
The Anderson Farm. Valhalla!
We wrote it all down, lest we forget. A crash course. All you need to know to get your head right. You need to find the message.
Here, Sonny, here's something for you. Gave me a rash, but I kept it safe from these bastards.
Good to see Robert Englund here.
My head was clearing up.
Okay, we'll listen to that in a moment.
Zane could feel the poems, taking form, shaping things. As he experimented, he imagined he could almost feel the power surging through the keys of the typewriter. It exhilarated him. But there was fear, too. If not for his young assistant Emil, he would have given it up. But Emil convinced him otherwise. He too had a way with words. According to Hartman, I was sinking back into the fantasy. I was convinced he was lying to me about everything. Crazy or not, the Andersons made more sense.
Tom, got any booze on you?
Yeah, no. Sorry,
we have a
guys.
stash of the special stuff at the farm. Our own formula. Local ingredients. Medicine clears your head right up. Makes you remember like moonbeams on the brain.
Oh, I just noticed. Leather patches on the elbows? That's not very rock and roll.
Tom just lost is all. Baba Yaga got to him too, the damn witch.
She used us all. Taken from all of us. Took my thunder, the witch.
And my ravens, what were they? Memory and thought, the hag.
She took something from you too, didn't she? That's what she does.
We're better off. This place, the lake, it gives you power. If you're a creator, an artist, a god.
Nightmare shifted in their sleep in the darkness of the lake.
Yeah, that's the one. She makes sure it comes out twisted and raw. Just ask the lamp lady. She knows what happened to that other rider.
She's been using you, boy, and you let her. You went and opened the door for her, didn't you?
Now, it was already open a crack. And whose fault is that? We're morally corrupt, disease-ridden, old and stupid.
Doesn't mean he had to open it all the way, goddammit.
Okay, so Grumpy Old Men is over.
So tired.
Or not?
Built the farm close to the lake. A place of power.
Okay, now we're done.
We had party
God damn it!
there, man. You should go there and have a party.
Okay. Alright.
That
God damn it!
Through the app through the window. Hit that hippie chick in the back of the head. 15 stitches and a concussion. Bob's dead now. Leukemia.
Stitches.
Okay, I'm done.
snitches,
I can't
and
deal with this.
marks, man. Bad scene.
I've hit my quota.
I'm a bad dream.
Yeah, good thing he's not overreacting or anything.
Well, he's the boss.
I may need a hand here later on, Birch. The storm's bound to make you-know-who jumpy. You know how they get.
Gotcha. The doc's got me looking after Wake here, but holler if they get too rowdy.
I'll do that, Birch.
The doors were
Wake,
locked.
why don't you
Hartman and the
humor
nurses
Dr.
would
Hartman
have
and give
keys,
the writing
but
a
there was
shot,
no
huh?
way to get my hands on
Typewriter's
them.
in your room. You can get to your room by those stairs, Wake.
Everybody seems to be mentioning me going back and writing.
Something's wrong. I'm not myself. It's hard to think that there's a shadow inside my head. I can only focus on writing. Everything else is a blur. I'm trapped in this cabin. Have been for days, but it's always dark outside. My editor is real. I saw her again. She's not human. It's not human. A dark presence is wearing the old woman's face. She was covered in clinging shadows. There's a hole in her chest where her heart should be. I think I've made a horrible mistake. I don't think I'm any closer to saving Alice. It's been lying to me, using me to get the story it wants, and the story will come true.
Hey, Bunky, how you doing? Appreciate you being here. And yes, that's a good pun. Good job. We're gonna grab this thermos. That is a classic chicken noodle. Oh, hey. VR code. Okay. Alright, I'll bite. Let's do this. Stuff going on here. Where's my QR reader?
Hartman wanted me to write. I knew I couldn't, but I figured I should just play along for now. It was the only thing I could do with Nurse Birch watching me like a hawk.
Are you shitting me? Really? Hold on a moment. Oh, I can't seem to load it. All right. So I can't seem to load it through the computer. But I can. What I can do is take a screenshot. And we're just gonna push this. Nope. Go back here. Do this. Tap that. Post that. Okay, so switch these. Cut this off. Bam. And then what I'm gonna do is, all right, that. I just shoved the link into the chat. That is what we're looking at right now. And I can even do a quick just to show you what I'm seeing here. All right, so for some reason window capture doesn't see. So we're just gonna do a quick monitor capture because you should see this. This is stupid. Ah. There. If you scan that QR code, you get that. Okay, so having done that, apparently there's a bunch of them scattered around the game, but it was worth showing off.
Hartman had mentioned that the power had been acting up. Maybe that was the reason for the generator and the work light on the balcony. The generator hadn't been activated, and there was no key.
Very much, yes. It was important that we show that off. This is Emerson's room. And Night Springs is also an Xbox 360 game, and there's an Xbox 360 sitting right there. A lot of Night Springs related stuff around here. It's a rocking chair. Look out over the garden. What's he got going on here? Are these, is this, oh yeah, Emerson's the game designer. Night Springs, the TV, the video game.
The white glare of the blank page in front of me hurt my eyes. My hands began to shake uncontrollably.
Hey, Wake, you stay here. I'm gonna go see what's up. You just keep doing what you're doing. Be cool, okay?
I didn't know what the chaos was all about, but it could be my only chance of getting out of here.
Where the hell did he get a damn hammer?
I don't know.
Here's a friendly poke from Mjolnir, wench!
Oh,
Hartman kept talking, giving Barry the grand tour, clearly proud of the place. He went on and on about his hunting trophies, and Barry was impressed. But he was here on business. He raised his voice, cut through the monologue. "Hey, Hartman, where's Al?" Hartman stopped in mid-sentence, annoyed at the interruption. He nodded at the hulking orderly standing nearby. The man smiled and clapped a practiced hand on Barry's shoulder.
You're the crazy brothers, are ya? Not so weak now, are we? Well, things are unraveling fast, aren't they?
Hey, Thermos.
Sinclair looked bad. That wasn't a love tap. The crazy old fart hit her hard. If she was one of Hartman's goons, she had it coming. I could get the key to the office wing from Sinclair. I had to get to Hartman's office. He had taken all my manuscript pages. That's where he'd been keeping them.
Alright, so we got keys. We got full run of this place. Unlocking doors that never should be opened. Look at that eagle. That proud-ass eagle.
We were on the road, man. You think we haven't seen punks like you before?
The photo on the wall caught my attention. In it, the clinic staff was standing outside the lodge. I knew the man next to Hartman. He was the kidnapper. Hartman had been playing me all along.
Two things. One, that is a terrible shot. And two, it is pretty large for a terrible shot. Why would you frame this?
The markings on the tape said they were recordings Hartman had made at the sessions with his patients. I saw Alice's name on one of them. For a moment, I couldn't breathe right.
And look, there's the shadow people that we've been fighting.
Hartman wasn't happy. Mott could see it in his eyes. He quickly lowered his own. He had made a mess of it, and he knew it. The shame of failure was hard to bear. He hadn't expected Wake to say he needed more time, and he blurted out 2 days, less than Wake had asked for to show him who was in charge. But that wasn't part of Hartman's plan.
A lot of cool paintings in here.
Now, Mrs. Wake, can you tell me about Alan's problems?
He's more and more out of control all the time. The parties, he's so angry all the time. He's getting violent.
Do you mean with you?
No, not with me. No, never. Sometimes I almost wish Alan would take a swing at me, because at least that'd lead to a conversation he couldn't just march out of. But no. Alan doesn't really sleep. And the work, well, he's not writing at all. He sits there for hours and just gets more and more frustrated. And I can't talk to him.
Yes. Tell me, Mrs. Wake. What would you say to him if he'd listen?
I don't know. I want to say, I look at you, and it's not you. Just some stranger who resembles you. Looking out from behind your eyes, and I don't like that guy much. And now it's all gonna go to hell.
But you don't ever say this.
No. I've tried, but he's not listening. He's too deep in his own problems, always going on about something else. I'm so afraid I'm gonna lose him, and we're not even talking anymore. He doesn't let me in anymore. He just keeps me in the dark. I'm so alone here, even when he's home. Please help me, Doctor, because I'm at my wit's end.
Well, if you can just get him here, I'll absolutely do my very best.
Yeah, but Doctor, you need to be careful with him. He's not just going to listen to you and cooperate. He's the most stubborn man I've ever met.
Well, I'll be sure to bear that in mind.
Hearing her voice, what she was saying made me happy and sick and guilty all at once. Worst of all, I recognized the words. The phone call from her. It had been a cut-up of this. Just a recording.
Also, yeah, this is the cover art for the game.
Let me out of here! Hartman, do you hear me? I'm gonna sue your crazy quack ass to shreds! Seriously!
Barry?
Ow! About time!
Barry! Man, am I glad to see you.
We need to get to Hartman's office.
It's right next door.
You okay?
Yeah. I mean, no! The cops found me at Rose's trailer, but they didn't hassle me too much. I'm obviously a victim in this, and I demanded to be treated as such. Or else I'd sue their asses. Speaking of asses, that Fed gave me a real hard time, but I had no clue where you were. That guy's crazy, Al. But he let me go, and then I get a call from Hartman, that son of a bitch, who tells me you're here, and I should come pick you up, but when I got here, 2 goons clobbered me and stuck me in there.
What's with the cutout?
I stole it from the diner to piss off Rose after what she did to us. That'll teach her.
Yeah, that's a harsh punishment. Come on, pal, we gotta get going.
But how'd you get the cutout here?
These were all the pages I had on me. And more.
Alan, please. You're sliding back into the...
Tell me one more lie and I'll shoot you in the face.
Ah, well, it was worth a shot. Really, Wake, come on. Let's work together on this. You have no idea...
Hartman, shut up! Barry, get out of here. I'll catch up with you. Get a car.
Oh, Al, let's just...
Go!
Wake, listen to me. This is a mistake. Don't you see? Together we can create something absolutely wonderful. With your ability and mine.
That fucking smile.
The dark presence will be on me in a moment. I had to find a way out.
Same though, Naren. I appreciate his petty style. I am all about that. Alright, so trying to go in there gets us hurt. Okay. We just gotta activate this bad boy. Oh, okay, so... Ah! Ah! Damn it! Hit zone's a little tougher there. Ah! Balls! Okay. Alright, what's the deal with this room? Alright, can't get out through this way. Bingo. Manuscript.
Hartman knew he was no creator. He had no ambitions on that front. And he certainly didn't want to end up like every artist he had worked with here. Damaged in ways that were hard to describe, or worse. It was enough for Hartman to maintain creative control and provide direction, to be a producer. That was what most of these people were in need of anyway. Of course, suitable subjects were few and far in between.
That sucked. I think I just gotta get this thing to break this door down. Yep. Whoop. Ow, that hurt. Shit. Thanks. Appreciate it.
I'm here.
Can I have that flashlight, please? Kinda hurting. It doesn't look like I have much else, just the... Well, I'm looking around. There might be a thermos full of delicious, I don't know. Something delicious. I'm out of ideas. A summer squash mix. Alright, well, we found batteries. That's not... Ah. Suspended. Lauren Miller, 1989. So it's a sculpture. Ah, no. How dare you trick me with that white rock? Okay, I'm not seeing any goodies, so let's get a move on. Dark ball.
I found the car, but the gate's locked. You're gonna have to go through the hedge maze over there.
Of
Barry,
course.
I don't have a light.
Take this, Al.
Hell yeah.
Look at the house, Al.
Whoop. Ow. Ah, damn. Oh, thermos. I'm not leaving that thermos behind. Good thing I looked up. There we go. Precious thermos. Later, Tyrion. Have a good one. It's nothing a couple of coats won't fix. Who's chewing on potato chips back here? So this definitely won't be bad. This will be fine. It's all good. Barry. Barry, please. I'm dealing with some chip eaters out here. Whoa. Don't trust Emil. Fun fact, Emil backwards is lime, so don't trust the lime until you put it in the coconut and drink them both together.
I stared at the Viking paraphernalia that littered the area, surrounding an unlikely centerpiece. A full-size stage complete with an impressive sound system with all the trimmings, including a dragon. It took a special kind of crazy to build something like this in a remote field. When the sky split open with a deafening boom and the music started blasting, it felt strangely appropriate.
So that's gonna come true, and it's gonna be fucking awesome. No shit, Barry. I don't like hedge mazes. Got him. Okay. So we need ammo, and we need it bad. So maybe going over here will get us some ammo. No, no ammo. Damn it. Okay, so that's one way we can go. Is there ammo? No. Okay. Birds. Alright, we got some ammo. Not too bad, not too bad. 26 rounds.
You get 2 pills in the morning, and then you'll be nice and calm all day long. You get 3 pills in the evening. You sleep like a baby. Light seems to be
Got him. So Artman's dead. Boss fight over. No fuck I know. Stock up again. 30 rounds. Not too bad. Not too bad. 10 batteries. Hi. That was a terrible attack. Oh, hi. So as far as I'm aware, they seem to keep the collectibles in locations that make sense or are fair. Like nothing super out of the way. Like they're not hidden in like bushes or anything like that.
Mott knew that Wake was smarter than him. Wake had more money, a beautiful wife, everything. And Hartman said Wake was important. That made him better than Mott. But Mott was calling the shots now. He'd expected Wake to whimper and grovel, but instead, he seemed willing to fight. Mott knew he'd gotten under Wake's skin. If only Mott actually had his wife. The thought made him shiver.
And sadly, that means we have missed a page. That was a good ambush. Sweet, some flares. Nice backup. Or not. Oh, okay, cool.
For the moment, Barry was just glad he had survived the fall. He had been separated from Al, and there was no easy way to climb back up. He told himself he'd be okay in the gloomy forest at night. He would just have to wait for a while for Al to find his way down. Barry turned when he heard the heavy footsteps and saw the movement. The man-shaped shadow lunged at him from the bushes, an axe held high. Barry screamed and threw up his hand. The world exploded.
That's what I don't like, is how they ordered the pages, so it makes it look like you missed a bunch. Emil made Tom do it. Alright, now we got we're almost topped off on revolver ammo again. There's a lot of water we can't go into because Alan Wake can't swim except when he can. Oh, hi. Gang's all here. Is there anything back here? No, this was just a... Wait. Found a cache. Hey, flare gun. So, I've just realized I haven't been using the flare gun at all in the game. And I really should start using it. Sucks because there's so many birds. And it looks like we're in for another boss fight. Because there's just shitloads of ammo here. It wants me to go that way. So what's up here? Ah, manuscript page. I see it.
Hartman watched as Wake's features slackened. The man was bullheaded, no doubt. Even lying on the bed, he'd almost broken Hartman's nose the second time. But with a little time, he could break Wake down, give him proper direction. Wake was easily the most promising subject he had had. Well, since Tom, really. Sleep well, Alan, Hartman whispered with a smile. Let me take care of you. He sniffed hard to clear his throbbing nose, swallowed blood, and barely tasted it.
Sweet, delicious blood. I think that's everything here. There's somebody hanging out. Oh, it's Barry. Oh, hey, Barry.
Ow! You're alive!
Let's get out of here. Can you open this gate?
Maybe.
Barry.
Well, I slammed it shut when the nasty showed up, and the key fits kind of loose in the lock, so, Barry! I'll find it! Don't worry about it!
Barry, now would be a very sweet time.
I'm on it!
Oh, balls. Ah! Ultra balls. At least it checkpoints us right here. Checkpoints.
Hurry up, Barry!
Ah! Ow. Ow. Barry.
Please tell me we're headed for the nearest "You're now leaving Bright Falls. Come back soon" sign.
We're going to the Anderson farm.
I knew you were gonna say something like that. You know what? You owe me big time for this. When this is through, if we make it, I don't care what anybody says, I'm done with darkness. You're gonna buy me a tanning bed as a gift, and I'm gonna live in it.
Crazy, but that's fine, Barry.
Oh, you got that right, Al. You're barking mad. You are by far the craziest.
But maybe that's inevitable when you deal with crazy stuff like this. It helps. This is happening, Barry. Alice, they never had Alice. She's trapped in the darkness at the bottom of the lake, but she's not dead.
Al, how can you know that?
I know, Barry. I can...
Al,
No, listen. I can bring her back. I can find her. There's something special about this place. The lake, it does something to the works of art created here. It makes them come true. But there's a catch. The dark presence, whatever that thing is, twists it to its own ends. That's why all of this is happening. It's using my manuscript to take over everything.
Al, I believe you.
It happened to Thomas Zane before, it happened to the Andersons.
I believe you. Crazy or not, you're not delusional. Weird shit's going down. That's a fact. I'm on board, man. I'm with you.
The Andersons knew about it, but they were too far gone to tell me with all the drugs they were on. But they wrote it down. There's a message somewhere at their farm, Barry. We just need to find it.
Look out! God damn it, Al, talk to me!
It's good to know that we have like
lost
no
my
health.
gun in the crash. Barry was nowhere to be seen.
Barry! Barry!
Oh, man, you're okay! Jeez, it's good to hear your voice! I was trying to get out of the car, but the ground gave way. Man, what a drop! Don't worry, your cutout is fine.
Forget that! Are you okay?
I hit some bushes, didn't get a scratch. There's no way you can climb down, though. It's like a sheer wall. Al, there's something moving down here!
Barry, it's a Taken! Use a flare, Barry!
Yeah!
Barry, are you alright?
I'm good, Al! I'm great! Guess you never messed with anyone from New York City before, huh? You're gonna have to find your way around to the farm, Al! I'll be waiting!
Barry, just wait for me, okay?
Al! I'm not staying here! It's suicide! I'm going to the farm! I'm gonna go ahead and secure the area! You can catch up! Don't worry about it! I'm on the case!
Now he's Rambo. This would turn into a disaster
There he
if I
is.
didn't catch up with Barry.
kind of want to see him make it there. So it wants me to go that way, but I'm sure there's something over here. No, there's not. Just death. Oh, okay. So I don't know what you mean by that, Funke. And totally agreed, Naren. I mean, there are a number of things that you don't want to be feeling crazy about. But there's Dark Forces kind of would rather that not be a thing. Especially one that wants to eat me. Yep. Oh, balls. Yeah, I know. I saw them, game. I was right there. Ha! Damn, that's loud.
When he stopped the car at the Anderson farm, Walter felt relieved. Oblivion was close at hand. The brothers wouldn't miss a jar of moonshine or two in the booby hatch. But then he saw the man on the porch, and he knew who it was. Driving for his life and knowing it was useless, he didn't realize he was crying until he couldn't see the road for the tears.
Hey, Malik, how you doing? Appreciate you being here. Hope you're having a great day. This game's got an interesting story. I feel like it veers around a bit too much. I wish it was a little more cohesively done. But overall, it's a pretty solid. Whoop. Sorry about your eyes, folks. I'm trying to trick it over here. Oh, okay. Hey, Thermos. Nope. Yeah, just donk off of my head. That's fine. I don't care. Whoop. Ah! Alright, I thought they would rise up, but they don't. Oh, now they do. Okay. Ow, that one really smarted.
Shadows crawled over the gate. I needed a light to destroy them to get through.
And nothing in here. Okay. There's another manuscript page. Let's grab that. God damn you.
I hoped there'd still be a working generator somewhere around here to power up the old lights by the gate.
Alright, take two. We're gonna hop it. Okay, now we've missed the
Nightingale stared at the passed-out rider. The man was sleeping off one hell of a night. Nightingale felt a stab of envy at Wake's oblivion, but he had a job to do. He put the gun to Wake's head and almost became a murderer. His hand shook and his throat felt tight and dry. Biting his teeth, he tried again to pull the trigger. He lost the nerve. Wake stirred. Nightingale would have to settle for an arrest.
The typical cop dilemma. I really want to kill him, but okay, fine, I'll just arrest him. That is a shitty light.
I could sense the movement in the woods ahead. Facing the enemy without a weapon was dangerous, but I had no choice.
And we don't have any batteries, so it's just gonna have to charge itself. And point of no return. Shit, alright, let's keep moving. Oh, crap. Shit. Ah. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on! Alright, now you're just cheating. Come on. Just give me this. Fuck off! I am so pissed off with this shit. Twice. You only need to do it twice. And the camera's fucking up too, which is really getting on my nerves. It's cheap and shitty, and I hate this. The camera's really just screwing this up for me. Grab the thing! Come on! It's just cheating. Fine, fuck off. Whatever. I'll fucking run back this way, you dumb piece of garbage. Like, shit like this is what ruins good games. Sections where you take the player's, like, entire self-defense away, and then you can't, like, actually do anything. It's just dumb. It's such a waste of, like... It's just a waste. I can't fucking see. Come fuck on! God! Fucking fine, whatever. I won't use your game's goddamn mechanics because you couldn't fucking design it the right way. God damn it. Why put it there? The player can't fucking do anything with it. Like, this is obnoxious. What a waste of goddamn time. Horrible. So I take it back. The police section, not that bad. That section, the worst part of the game so far.
A car was driving away from the farm, headed in the same general direction as I was. For all I knew, it was Barry, caught in the consequences of leaping before looking.
The whole point of having those sections is to create a checkpoint and B, a save point. to make it so that the player can't fucking access it at all. It's stupid, and you shouldn't have bothered putting it in there then. This section is just garbage because you have no means of really defending yourself, and enemies basically are up your ass all the time. So, like, why did you do that? It's such a dumb decision. I'd like the flashlight, please. Thank you. God damn it. Okay. And I should have abandoned it.
The car was heading for the cabin up ahead. It wasn't far. If it was Barry, I would see the damage soon.
I should have abandoned that attempt a lot sooner than I did, but I thought for sure there was like a way to do it, and there isn't. And then it's just you getting manhandled the entire time. Which just doesn't make for an interesting sequence. Don't take away the player's ability to defend themselves and then dump them in a situation where they're likely gonna die.
I'm trying to deliver each page to the right time and place. I'm trying to show you how the story goes.
Thanks for the bloom.
I had seen glimpses of the light before. I had seen it in my dream. It was a strange spaceman or a diver in a bulky suit. He was the one who'd been placing the pages on my path. The dark presence followed the choreography laid out to it in the manuscript, growing stronger and stronger, moving like a storm from one scene of destruction to the next. But it was still bound to follow the story and chained to the dark place it came from. When the story reached the end it longed for, it would finally be free.
And we missed another page. Oh well. Oh yeah, flares. We need these. These would have been helpful. These would have been so much better to have in that section. Now we got more traps. Ah! Damn it. Okay, so stepping on a trap activates them. Shit.
The storm raged on as the Anderson brothers walked unsteadily away from the clinic with the other patients in tow, knowing that this time they wouldn't return. The darkness around them seethed with horrors, but Tor and Odin were unafraid. Their eyes glinted with guile. They knew every secret path, and there was blood on their hands. They had fought these shades before.
Hey, Thermos.
Someone had left a gun behind. Now I had a fighting chance of reaching the farm.
Yeah, give me ammo, and now we gotta find a way up to the Thermos. Oh, bear trap. Thought that was a thing that I wanted. That is the thing I don't want. Oh, hi. Later, nerd. Okay. So we ditched the shades. The Taken, rather. Oh. No, it wants me to go this way. Whoop. crap, miasma. Whoop. Also, sometimes you get stuck on terrain, which is super great. Oh, hi. Ah! Yeah.
I could see the car, but there was no sight of the driver.
Hello? Anybody here? Barry!
No! Danny, you're not! Ah! Please! Ah! What are you? Ah! No! Don't! I'm sorry! Ah! Ah!
The front door was locked.
Eh, Danny's alright, and whomever else that was is probably okay too. It's not a push, that's a shove.
I know you. You were in jail the other day.
I went to the farm again for the moonshine, you know? It makes you see. They're not gonna miss it. They're in the loony bin. But my buddy, Danny, I lost him. Something's gone wrong with him. It's not him. Like a real bad follow-up to a real good movie. The best friend's suddenly the bad guy. Who wrote this crap anyway?
Funny you should ask. It was me, Dio. But now he's dead. After completely dragging us. Oh shit.
I've run through every possible course in my head. If I continue like the Dark Presence wants me to, the story I'm writing won't save Alice. It's a horror story, and it's going to kill her, and me, and everybody in this town. No one will survive. Darkness will consume everything. This is what it's wanted all along. It will be free, unstoppable. It used Alice to get to me, dangled her in front of me to keep me going. It was never going to release her. I'm going to change this. I'll escape. I've written myself into the story. I'm now the protagonist. This feels like a terrible risk, but it's the only way to save Alice. I'll be bound by the events of the story just as much as anyone else who's been woven into it. The story must stay true for this to work. There have to be victims along the way, near escapes, cliffhangers. In a horror story, it can't be certain that the hero will succeed or even survive. He almost has to die. I'll write my own escape into the story next. I need help. Zane's going to be the one who'll help me. I'll make it happen.
I'm gonna say yes, Funke. So with hitting those flags, we should have triggered the next. There it is.
Let me guess. Danny, huh?
More like Daddy. Ha ha ha! Got him. Door's still locked. Oh, we can jump through
The
here.
farm was still a good distance away. I'd need a car to get there fast. For a moment, Hartman considered strangling the idiot. Mott was mean-spirited, but easily manipulated. An emotional infant who lived for his approval. Wake, by contrast, was a far more difficult subject. Mott had given him too much leash. In 2 days, who knew what could happen? Hartman would have to find a way to rein him in, and quickly.
I mean, Hartman's dead. Like, extremely dead. Okay, well, it's time.
If Barry wasn't up here, he was probably in trouble down at the farm. For a moment, I felt bad for doubting him. After all, I made it this far myself. But Barry was Barry.
He was an asshole. Alright, so... there's a cache nearby. Could be back here. No. Alright, where's this cache? Arrow is at the outhouse. So the arrow points this way. Ah, there we are. Gross. So flares and a flare and a flashbang. That's not a really good cache. It's not the worst one we've seen, but would have been better to have a couple of flashbangs. Time for open map. Time for that. Physics. I'm sorry? There. God damn. Oh, you know we're stopping for a good quick cuppa. Give me that. Thermos. Delicious. Alright, chat. What do you think is in that thermos? What delicious, brothy mixture? Lake water mixed with coffee grounds. That doesn't sound delicious to me. Balls. So we can't go through. Can do that though. Okay, can't go through that way. Gotta go around it somehow. Excuse me, fellas. That was a... oh! I was gonna say that was a close shave, however... ah, God, I can't tell what's going on. Naren believes there was instant coffee. Not even mixed, just instant coffee powder and a full thermos of it with no water. Y'all are kind of mean to poor Alan Wake, who just wants something sweet to drink. Alright. Poor Alan. His thirst needs to be quenched, and yet...
I'd known the brothers used to be some kind of rock stars, but it hadn't really sunk in until I saw the stage.
Damn.
Enjoy it, the best damn section of the game.
Shut up and shoot. Al, we have to fight them off. I can set off more of the fireworks from here and help you out. Hey, Al, did you notice there's a lot of ammo and stuff around? This place is stocked. Al, hold on. I'm trying to get the stage lights on.
Oh, hell yeah. Come on. There we go. Ah!
Stay in the light.
Okay, now we got a heavy. Whoa.
No! Why do you keep doing this to me? Hurry, please, please, please!
Oh, look at them sweet, swift moves. Except for that. So there is one thing that just doesn't work in this game's favor, and that is, unfortunately, the third-person camera. Controlling the camera's mostly not a problem, but... Oh, okay. So it kind of checkpoints you through it.
Was awesome!
Bright Falls, rock and roll capital of America.
And the other thing is switching weapons takes way too damn long. Okay. So got a way more powerful flashlight. The nice thing about that section is that it
Hey, Al! This way to the farm!
If you die during that section, it takes you to basically that point right before you died. So you can finish it up so it doesn't take forever. So this game does have pretty good checkpointing. And that is a pretty good way. Oop, hold on.
Deputy Mulligan tuned Thornton's chatter out. He didn't think riders were particularly useful people, and a huge manhunt for one struck him as idiotic. Certainly not worth the missed opportunity for coffee and pie. It wasn't even clear what the man had done, except run from them at the trailer park. Mulligan knew he wasn't alone. The sheriff's patience with the Fed was running out.
And that is as good place as any to call it. I want to thank you all so much for coming by and watching, and of course, I'll see you on the next one. Later.